Hello there, everyone. Zantok here with Select Star Gaming, and welcome to another episode of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. It's finally time for our first class trial. Fucking
Mm-hmm.
finally! It feels like the prologue and chapter 1 portion of each game gets longer each time. And I was checking. I don't remember when I checked. I checked a couple episodes ago, and I was like, man, has it been like one episode longer each time to get to the first class trial? Because I'm pretty sure that's what it was like when I was checking things before. It was like episode 5, or no, it was like episode 6, and then 7, and now 8. I think this is 8. Pretty sure this is 8.
Wow.
It's like, what the hell? Danganronpa X4, whatever the fuck the next game will be called, is going to take 9 episodes to the class trial. That's ridiculous. I hate it.
Yikes.
I want it sooner. I like the character development. Yes, give me the character, but I want to get into the action, but not that kind of action because fuck that bullshit. Fuck action difficulty so much.
Yes, it's at kindest that we can, but we'll have to see how this trial turns out because there's certain things that are different for this trial.
If there's more truth blades, I'm gonna be pissed. Don't want truth blades anymore. And what are we gonna have? Enhanced Hangman's Gambit? Fucking Christ.
We'll have to
The
see.
whole improved thing pissed me off.
They might pit. Let's see what this trial does to you. Honestly,
Yeah.
it'll be a good gauge for the rest of the game.
Well, I mean, the first trial last game wasn't a good gauge because we had it on higher difficulty.
That's a very good point.
And I was frustrated as
And
hell.
well, it's not like this one's gonna go the opposite way. We're not gonna raise it for any reason, at least.
God,
so, hell no.
No. But you know what we do gotta raise?
What?
Some opinions on who could have killed Rantaro. So, it feels like the investigation was pretty heavy-handed, pointing you in one specific direction. And that's Gunta. He was in the AV room by himself. There's an extra door. It could slide open just enough for a hand. Oh, it's perfectly positioned with the rear door of the library, which is where we know Rantaro was. And then he got hit with something that was most likely thrown, and only a strong person could throw that. And of the people who could throw a shot put, well, let's go through the list. Gunta, yeah, definitely. You could make an argument for Kaito and Tenko. Actually, no, I would just believe Tenko. You could make an argument for Kaito. And then those are the obvious ones. I could maybe see Korikio and Ryoma, but the rest of them just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Korikio looks like a string bean, but I'm feeling there's hidden strength in that guy, and the robot we know has the strength of a senior citizen, so. He ain't gonna throw a shot put. He couldn't lift a fucking manhole cover. But it feels like it's like too obvious to be Gunta. But they didn't really point us towards anything else that could say that somebody else was suspicious. So it makes me kind of question that. But I'm also remembering the first case in the first game where I was just like, oh, hey, look, that's Leon upside down. And I pointed that out right fucking away. But I also was like, but wait, are they trying to fuck with me? Because this feels too obvious, and it wasn't. So it's kind of going to depend, like, where the case starts, or where the trial starts out, I think. Because if it starts out focusing on Gunta, it's like, alright, well, it's not him. I don't know what else they can focus on, because everything is about Gunta in the clues, so what the fuck? The one big thing that is making me kind of question it, though, and let me bring up the picture for that. Because there is one thing that's slightly strange. Oh, right. I can't just bring up the full version. So, he's kind of positioned there. So he's in the doorway. You could see him from there, I guess? But I feel like there's a large part of him that's more obscured by the bookcase door. So that's a little odd for me. And then also, I'm wondering, like, why does Gunta kill Rantaro? Unless he just, like, has a moment of panic, and he just has a shot put ball for some random ass reason. Maybe he was planning to it. My initial theory last time, I was like, oh shit, Maybe he saw Rintaro open the door and he thought, oh my god, you're the mastermind, kill. But if he couldn't leave that room and he could only throw something, I feel like that's a weaker argument.
Like he just so happened to know he was going to be in a room and would have to throw something from that room.
Right. And he doesn't come off as the type that would be pre-planning a murder. But we've seen people hide their true selves in these games several times before.
Also a good point.
So, hard to say. Also, we're having again the throwback to the first game. It's like, oh, look, a ball was thrown. God fucking damn it. God damn it.
It was absolutely thrown.
Oh yeah, it had to be a thrown. It had to be thrown. Well, let's do our usual bullshit.
Yep. Me on my usual bullshit. The meme.
Going to do his best.
Going to do his best. Let's work together and get out of here. Yeah, I don't trust you.
It's fine.
Don't worry about my cospox. It always goes away as soon as I stop trying to cosplay real people. Oh, I wonder, if I still had cospox, could I get a note and be excused from the class trial?
Monica would not allow it.
No, I guess that's out of the question.
The only time someone's been excused in the class trial was when they were literally in the hospital on their deathbed.
By Bazooka. By
Yes.
Listen
Monokuma.
to me.
Don't worry. Even if we gotta do a class trial or whatever, I'll do something about it. Sorry. I'm sorry for what I said before. This is important, and
Well, maybe you should.
Coyote, are you walking away from me?
Yeah.
Hey.
You'd better get ready. There's nowhere for us to run.
Wow.
It's finally happening! I can't wait to see what's in store for us!
But see, this time I agree with him. Because he's right. It's about fucking time. That said, I'll take more free times. Always.
True.
Hey.
Where the hell are they gonna guide us? There's nowhere else to go.
Ah!
Get your jacked up looking face out of my sight, you goddamn runt. Why you gotta look at Ryoma for that?
Oh, or Kokichi.
Well, I mean, true, but who's the runt here?
Excuse me, sorry.
How terrifying.
Those will be judged, and those cast judgment. They are two sides of one coin. I wonder what awaits us on the other side of this fog of deception.
What are you trying to pull?
Those photos were a bust, so how are we supposed to find the culprit now?
Good old classic deduction.
But
An intriguing air surrounds the Monokuma statue. It's annoying me to no end.
I agree with you.
then
If Monokuma's not gonna show up, then can we just go back? Yeah, it's like, you know, if the teacher doesn't show up in 15 minutes, class is canceled.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry, I can't even posit a guess as to who the culprit might be. Seriously? But I haven't given up. I assure you, we will avenge Rantaro.
sneak attack.
My determination is maximum. I will avenge Rantaro.
Her foot.
That Monokuma statue is absurd.
That is the most sane thing you have said all game. And probably will be the most sane thing you will say all game.
Cause Atua says so.
Even Atua agrees. He says it should be replaced with a more divine statue.
And there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you weirdo.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
This is what our hands have ever had made me think.
This Monokuma statue gives off such a weird vibe. Not quite as much as Angie, but still a weird vibe.
Rambo.
Huh?
What? No. So many flashbacks to different things that it's not making any sense. What are my thoughts turned to Spyro?
Oh.
There is in the first homeworld, there's a hidden level behind a waterfall. It's the only hidden level in the game. I don't know why it's like that. But there's a little pool of water. You have to step on the stones in the right order. And then the waterfall parts to reveal a hidden door. Is this an elevator? Does he want us to board it?
I don't wanna.
I don't do scary rides.
I don't want to get on either.
Stay behind then. Though I'm sure that'll just be worse for you in the end.
Okay, seriously, whoever designed her is also the character designer behind Kyoko. Seriously. This fucking pose is just copy and pasted and they just changed her mouth shape. My god.
I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
If you desire.
However, if everyone wishes to run away, I will cooperate as well.
No.
That's probably not a good idea. There's nowhere to run. As long as the end wall exists, escape's not an option. I mean, did anybody try digging our way out?
Hey.
It'll be fine. Let's all work together. Okay, your speeches don't do good. Listen, stop. Remember our promise? We're gonna escape this place and remain good friends afterward.
I'll get us out of here.
So let's do it. I'm sure we'll be alright. Because we make such an incredible team. That is not proven.
Huh! I wouldn't be able to call myself a man if I was still scared after hearing a girl say that.
I'm Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Bring it! Yeah, bring it! I'll show them how I, Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars, live! Yeah, don't you mean die?
Dumbass.
Don't say something ominous like that!
I'm ready.
Yeah! We've come so far already. We just gotta do it, so let's do it!
Okay. We have no choice. We can't turn back now.
I really love the individual everybody spins around and disappears. That might be my favorite change in this game so far. Determined, we all stepped forward. Even as we walked toward the elevator, I was shaking with anxious dread. But I kept going. Because I decided to fight. And then everyone had boarded the elevator. And down, down, down we go.
Oh, that's super cool. It's actually an elevator.
Even so, this elevator is going pretty far down.
Oh, are you
That's
scared, Tenko? What a shame.
We're falling. I wonder how far we will plummet.
Ooh, I like that.
I suddenly have to go to the bathroom real bad.
You know, that's a good question. What would happen if you needed to during the class trial?
By
He's
all
like,
means,
Monokuma,
go
can
ahead.
I be excused for a moment? Why? I need
Yeah.
the tinkle.
Of course. A robot wouldn't understand how inappropriate that is.
That voice is super fucking familiar.
Yeah, this is gonna be fully voiced. You're gonna finally get the chance to hear more people now.
As we waited to reach our destination, I whispered to Shuichi.
Shuichi? About that talk from before.
What?
I think everyone is afraid of learning the truth.
Okay, that's a bad art. Close
her?
your mouth. Yeah, that's really bad.
But the people who are willing to find the truth are the ones who can decide their fate. If you never know the lies from the truth, then you can't choose a path. You won't even know you're on a path. So, fight for the truth. Even if it is frightening, I know you can do this. If you're scared, borrow the strength of others who will be there to help you. Think of everyone you're helping, and let that be your strength. I used to be like you. Before a piano concert, I was always so nervous that I thought I would vomit. But then I would remember all the people I've made smile with my performances.
Kaede.
All right, let's go. It's better to end bad stuff like this as soon as possible.
Those words were mainly for me, to inspire me, so I would not turn back. After some time, the elevator finally came to a halt. The door slowly opened to reveal what awaited us on the other side.
Why, hello there!
Welcome to the first class trial!
Yay!
Oh boy! This class trial is finally starting! Finally, a game that actually feels like a game!
Bingo!
Just as the prophecy foretold.
Got it?
Listen up, from here on, things are gonna get so violent you wish you could turn back.
No way!
That's not true. There won't be any gory or violent scenes. I'm positive.
Ooh, you are in the wrong franchise for that.
Sunshine,
Ooh.
rainbows, flowers.
I mean, there were some nice little animals in the last game, but, a lot of blood. This is an authentic replica of a courtroom. The fuck it is? What bad taste.
Ah, jeez.
Why are you making us do this? Is this fun for you? Yes.
Excuse me.
Of course! Putting strangers in life or death scenarios is the best entertainment.
You're the worst of the worst.
You are seriously the worst.
Worst or not, those who have fun are the real winners in this world. That's fair, actually. Maybe not this part. It doesn't matter what terrible things you do or are done to you, as long as you're having fun.
Oh, I see.
Wow, this is so sickening. It's almost refreshing. So how do we get this game going?
Well now.
There are podiums over there. Please stand behind the one with your name on it. Following Moniku's instructions, we headed to our respective podiums. As I walked toward my podium, an image of his body flashed in my mind. Rantaro. He died without knowing his own ultimate talent. Well, or at least he died without telling us. He might know it. No, he was murdered by some horrible, low-life scumbag. I'll never forgive his killer. That's why we're going to expose the mastermind and end this killing game. That's all I can do for Rantaro now. His killer is in this room with us. Okay, we don't need this Ryoma zoom here. The fuck?
We don't?
We don't. Listen, I know we don't need to compensate for his height with having a bigger zoom. If that was the case, Himiko, why are you swaying? Himiko, why are you drunk?
She really looks it.
She does. The mastermind who's controlling Monokuma and forcing us to play this killing game. I don't think I'll ever be fully prepared to find out who that person is. I really like Kurikyo's and Kibo's little portrait here. Those are good ones.
I think these are all pretty good ones for them, actually. I like a lot of them. Gonta's is a little bland.
I would prefer Tsumugi was less diagonal, but...
Oh, yeah.
But we want to find out who it is, so we can lift our suspicions of each other. Oh, now that's a good set. even Angie's.
Even Angie's.
But Mew's just like, goddamn, that's good.
I like Muse too.
It's perfectly positioned. So, we can end this killing game.
And like Kokichi's diagonal slant fits better, it feels.
Oh yeah, I agree. Also, is there another one? Because Rintaro wasn't in one of these.
He is not in one of these.
Interesting.
They completely excluded him.
Which is odd because they didn't do that for Byakuya in the last game.
Alola and Byakuya.
Yeah. I can't show any fear here. I must fight till the bitter end. I will face this life or death class trial. Even if it kills me. I feel like she should have said, even if it kills me, as a follow-up, but, you know. Here we go. Skills! Whoa! I guess there's a lot that we just start out being able to buy. Okay.
That is correct.
Because we couldn't... I was trying to figure out before if we could buy it from the report card screen, but we couldn't in this game for some reason. Now...
So, Machine Gun is the one that you... That's the one you already got.
Alright, so mixes silencer fire rapidly. And silencer... Wait, shotgun and grenade? Oh, it's going to be other upgrades for it. Okay, right. That's the white noise killer.
That is correct, because unlike the first two games, this one has white noise even on its lowest action difficulty.
Yay.
Which unfortunately I had to give you a heads up for, but I felt like it was for the best.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing about I only have to look at these now is like, okay, I would have liked to have the chance in between episodes to be like, okay, which ones do I want to buy? But you know,
okay.
Let's take a look here. Attentive influence, you know, get more maximum influence. It's nice, but it's not necessary. Extraordinary focus, it's gonna be the same deal, but with focus. Lost in thought, increases the time limit. Charisma. Increases the amount of influence recorded by right answers. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Cool and composed, makes vertical shake less. I have a mouse. Downshift, I have a mouse. Upshift, I have a mouse. Trigger happy, decreases delay after using truth bullets or truth blades.
Uh-oh.
Motherfucker.
Slicey?
I'm probably gonna buy that one. We've seen me fuck up the timing before. Neural liberation drains slower while concentrating. Delusion slowly recovers while concentrating, so there's our combo again.
Yeah, but...
we can't afford it this time.
Yeah, A, we can't afford it. B, it is also nerfed in this game and not as strong. That combo.
Probably smart. Mine's eye. Oh, I like how it shows you like where they're effective. That's cool. Reveals V points?
It will show you what that is.
Okay, well I won't stress about that for now. Saint Miko's ability. What the fuck? Silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Okay. It sounds like it might be nice, but I have no evidence to know about that just yet. Librarian's Glare. Instantly silences loud voices. Okay. First Strike. The key word in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. What the fuck?
Yes, that one is not... there's a couple things that were definitely not in the demo that will be introduced in there.
Goody. Just a peek. The entire screen will light up more frequently. Why? Hangman's Gambit versus... Motherfuckers. Stop it. Stop it. Also, what... The entire screen will light up more frequently, knowing that it's Hangman's Gambit now. I'm scared. Scared. Clear Mind. Increase the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once? Oh, okay. Power of Life and Death. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during Blade Lock. Alright, safety first. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. We're playing Minecraft now?
Possibly.
High tension. The tension gains will increase at a faster rate. Okay, I'm guessing like most of those are... Okay, there's a lot of minigame shit in there that probably isn't going to be on the first trial because they like to gradually...
That's right. As if you were going to select one of them, and I would let you know if it is in this trial or not.
Well, we going with Trigger Happy to start out. I'm also going to throw a machine gun in there because might as well. What else do I want to buy? Charisma isn't a bad idea. What?
Just keep a check. Even if you buy something, you only have 6 more points in your skill set on the right.
Is the amount they cost the amount that they take up?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. All right, then I need a 4 because there's no 6s. Shoot, I might just do Sense of Influence in that case. Let's check to see if there's anything else that's cheap. Oh, all the minigame ones, which I'm not going to worry about right now because I need to see how bad they're going to be on me first. Which actually means maybe I shouldn't buy anything. Maybe I should just wait, and then I can be like, okay, which minigame do I hate, and, you know, fix that later. So I don't know that I necessarily am going to need the extra influence on the first trial.
Gotcha. There are a couple points in this first trial, like the combination of like weak point and the truth bullet are a little bit weird, so I'll help out a little bit for some of them. So that will hopefully help, so you don't have to like burn extra hearts. No, we're keeping that.
Yeah, I was just confirming what it will set up, just to make sure.
No touchy.
Oh wait, oh. Can I reset the text? Text reset. There we go. No one wanted to believe it was real, but Rantaro was killed just before the time limit. Now, as we wait for the thing to scroll faster, I wish I could, you know, make it go more, but I can't.
I know. This one isn't as fast as the other one.
Oh, it's even slower. Now, Kaede and Shuichi must take on the class trial. Well, that's all. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go. Voice acting.
All right, Kokichi, who the fuck are you? Because your voice was familiar.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now let's get this crazy awesome trial underway.
So, it's starting, huh?
Yep.
Oh man, I haven't been in a trial in like forever.
So I can't remember.
Oh, so you have experience with trials?
Can't remember what.
Like, so when it freezes on a person, I believe, because I don't know what the control is, but you can like look around and stuff. It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But because it was like the right
and stuff.
analog stick when I used my controller, but I know you're not on that. I'm like, what would the keyboard be?
Mode, maybe? Nope, that's auto.
Nope.
I
That's
thought
auto.
Q was this thing.
Okay. Well, oh well, we don't have to. Camera's right.
It's probably camera.
So right click and then you drag it? Or something? Yep. Have fun. It's just for the heck of it.
So,
bear.
what are we supposed to do? Where do we even start?
No,
Going to
I'll
never
let
done
you know when
trial
Bear's coming
before.
up.
Not sure where to begin.
First, let's breathe in and breathe out. We need to remember our no-no-nos.
I'm sorry, what?
No pushing, no running, no talking.
But it's a trial.
But communication is the foundation of any discussion.
We should
Thank
not
you,
worry
Robot.
about our procedure, especially since this is not a normal trial. Each of us will be serving as a potential culprit, lawyer, prosecutor, and jury member. Let us proceed with that in mind, shall we?
Then might I offer the first topic?
Don't fucking get ahead of us. You trying to start some shit?
Calm down. How about we listen first?
Atua has spoken. He says it is vital that we hear everyone's testimony. I'm a good listener because my ears are clean. Once, I cleaned them so hard, they bled.
I'll begin the
ouch.
conversation then. There's something I found curious. Why, I wonder, didn't the culprit take advantage of the first blood perk?
Maybe they didn't know they did it.
I thought that
Wow.
was strange too.
I bet they just wanted to do a class trial real bad.
Then Monokuma's the culprit. The doi. Because this whole class trial was his idea.
Because they were the traitor and they did what they were supposed to do. They killed first. Unlike the first game.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah! Easy peasy. I'm a fucking genius!
Wait, is it even possible for Monokuma to be the culprit?
Of course not. I would never do anything to you guys directly.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you can't, it's a different story for the person controlling you, right?
Hmm?
Is it possible that the mastermind controlling Monokuma killed Rantaro?
Mastermind? What's that? I don't know any mastermind.
Never heard of him.
Don't play dumb with me. Who's the mastermind controlling you guys?
The mastermind, huh? Odds are, it's one of us.
It's Keyblade over here. Everyone else thinks so too.
Does everyone really think that?
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Before we determine the mastermind, we must uncover the culprit.
Then we could start by determining the sequence of events. Let's take a closer look at the circumstances of Rantaro's death.
Gonta agrees with Shuichi. After all, Shuichi is ultimate detective.
Then let us start by reviewing the incident.
Alright, let's do this. We can find the mastermind if we work together. When this class trial is over, we'll know exactly who the mastermind is. This is why you are a potato. You are too focused on mastermind and you won't think of any other possibility.
And now, the class trial has begun.
Voice?
Tutorial-san has returned.
Oh no. Are you gonna be nice this time? You were a little rude last time.
She did end with despair last time.
Yeah.
As things progress during each class trial, non-stop debates will occur. During non-stop debates, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions in their statements.
I don't like that the time is at the bottom now. Why?
Oh
why?
no.
Why move it after 2 games?
You'll have to use the truth bullets you've gathered to refute what they say.
Confirm truth bullet is F1? What the fuck? What?
I'm not sure, honestly. Because you still shoot it with right trigger.
What the fuck? Okay.
Any relevant truth bullets you found during the investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Move the mouse to aim the reticle and left-click to fire. Aim for the gold words displayed in their statements. Those are the weak spots.
We call them orange words, actually, around here.
There's a chance that the lies or contradictions are hiding within those weak spots. But remember, you might not be able to refute them all, and you have to use the right truth bullet. I think it's because if you scroll through them, because it gives the option to scroll through on the left side, you have to confirm the one you select to get out of that view, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to test that afterwards.
Okay. Shoot your truth bullet at the proper weak spot. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Oh, I almost forgot. The new element.
No new elements!
During the trial, you can concentrate using the spacebar to make time slow down.
That's not new.
This will also reveal a small red dot within weak spots called the V point.
Okay.
If you hit that with the correct truth bullet, you'll get an awesome V counter. Bullseye!
But what does that do?
V counters really improve your score and the number of monocoins you earn, so try that out.
Oh, I don't give a fuck then. I don't give any fucks.
During the non-stop debate, pressing the F3 key will bring up the controls. Give them a look.
So I remember in the last game, I was always scrolling my truth bullets with the mouse wheel, and it was just like take up the whole screen. And you were saying that there should be a way to do it without doing that.
Body was
So,
like that.
Just before
Oh,
the
no,
time
I'm
limit,
using mouse wheel for it like this, too. What the fuck?
Then what the heck is the confirm? You're fine.
I don't know. I'm confused now.
Rantaro was
Oh.
I pressed F3, which is the confirm button, and it brought up controls.
How weird. Okay.
And now it says F1 is confirmed.
alone in the library.
Oh, shit!
What?
That's cool! So I have Rantaro's phone pulled up, right?
Snuck up on him.
Yeah.
I press confirm and it just brings me right to that one.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
So you don't have to scroll through every time.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Alright, that's new best feature.
But spinning characters.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
Also, we missed like the first several statements, so oops.
What was he even doing in the library anyway? He was
Oh,
opening that
thank God it
moving
shows
bookcase
dots
for
to
one
give how many
reason.
statements there are.
Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
There's definitely a contradiction in one of those statements that I didn't pay attention to. If I present the right evidence, I can blow away that contradiction.
Rantaro's body was found just before the time limit, right?
He was killed in the library.
Rantaro was alone in the library. The culprit could have snuck up on him.
What was he even doing in the library anyway? He was opening that moving bookcase for one reason. Because he knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
What?
Wow.
Hit the gap.
Wow.
So how do you feel about the
Rantaro's
word
body
showing
was
up now?
found
It's odd.
just before the time limit, right?
It's no longer just putting a whole
He was
phrase up there at
killed in
once
the
like it used to. And stylistic choices like
Rantaro
Angie's.
was alone in the library.
I mean, I don't mind like how they're like
Snuck up on
popping in sort of like the letter by
What's he
letter
even
thing.
doing in the library
Like that, I like that one. That was cool. But when they're like
That moving bookcase
coming up
for
in
one reason.
weird squares, it's like
He
okay.
knew about the hidden door. That means Rantaro was masterminding this whole thing.
Again?
All right.
Okay,
so-
maybe aim for a word
Rantaro's
this time.
body was
I
found
was trying.
just before the time limit,
I don't know what happened there. It really should have. That hitbox is bullcrap.
This
He
box.
was killed in the library.
Hitbox.
Yeah.
Rantaro was
I'm pretty sure
alone.
before I could hit in the middle, but what the fuck?
The culprit could have snuck up on him.
What's the
What's he
speed
even
button?
doing in the library anyway?
I believe it was
opening
right
that
click and
moving book-
escape was what it was saying, but let's see what it says. Fast forward to debate is escape key.
Why is it escape now?
About the hidden door.
Heh.
Rantaro was masterminding this.
Fuck you.
No, that's
Oh.
wrong.
You got the Veep counter and you got achievements for it.
I did.
Wait a minute. I don't think Rantaro was the mastermind.
Huh? Why?
Because the game's still going.
Because Rantaro didn't have the card key to open the hidden door. You'd think the mastermind would have that card key on him, right?
Perhaps the culprit took the card key after killing Rantaro.
Why?
None of the pictures show Rantaro holding the card key.
And no picture showed the person entering the room.
So I don't really think he had the key at all.
Also, if the mastermind had died there, this killing game would have already ended.
You are correct. The possibility of him being the mastermind is quite low.
Then how Rantaro know about hidden door?
Maybe he stumbled across it in the library. You know, like how Shuichi did.
God, your voice.
There's probably a reason. Yep.
Is it Fuyuhiko?
It's Fuyuhiko.
Okay, because I was also thinking, just like, there's something in the last game that reminded me of Michael Jones. And he's gonna be the same Michael Jones. It's like, wait, who the fuck was it?
Yep,
God
you found
damn it.
you found another one of the ones that is a repeat.
Yeah, because I know Monophony is Sonya. I figured
Yeah.
that out when we're doing audio testing.
Yeah, those ones are a little easier to tell right away, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why would the mastermind tell him that?
That is an interesting point.
To lure Rantaro to the library and kill him.
But a mastermind would be a poor mastermind if they did the first murder. Like, come on.
That's a
Like,
good point.
You guys are not thinking things through.
Does that mean the culprit and the mastermind are one and the same?
No.
That does seem plausible.
It's
Alright,
still
so-
chapter 1.
Yeah. So now that I know where they're going for
It's
the
very
first half of the
likely
trial.
mastermind knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap.
feel pretty strong about Dante.
The mastermind.
If they're
knew
not
about our
focusing
trap
about
this
him
whole
yet.
Time?
This case may have become the perfect crime thanks to your hidden cameras. The mastermind knew about your trap and exploited it to commit their crime.
So after the mastermind lured Rantaro and murdered his ass, they used Kaede and Puichi's hidden cameras to arrange the perfect crime.
Did they really take advantage of our trap, though?
Okay, I thought you'd have a comment for those.
Really the perfect
For what,
crime?
Kaede and Pooh,
Are we in
whatever
an
she said?
unsolvable mystery?
Yeah, Puichi.
I mean, it was a good one, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay.
I guess this is a dead end.
Really?
Wait, don't give up that easily. We already know the culprit is the mastermind.
No, we fucking don't.
We gotta work together to find the mastermind. Then we can end this killing game.
Kaede has never read any kind of mystery novel in her life. You never find the true villain in the first 10 pages.
Wow, I wonder why this mystery novel is only 2 chapters long.
Yes, and I know that's a horrible thought. But that's why I want to end all the terrible things happening to us. I'll defeat the mastermind and end this dumb killing game. I'll even use this class trial to do that.
Kaede.
Wow. Looks like you're determined to face even a cold, hard truth. Then here it comes. The cold, hard truth.
Huh?
I already figured out who killed Rantaro.
Bullshit.
What?
What?
Why are you surprised?
Why are you sweating, robot?
Right. That would make this the fastest class trial to date. How fast was the previous record anyway?
That's a good question.
Real fast, let me tell you.
He was like a leaf on the wind.
Oh yeah. I guess now he's one with the wind.
What?
Yeah, I think about him this time of year too.
The way he soared through the enemy fleet, all badass! Just to die like a little punk.
Shut it,
Yeah, it's a-
weirdos. This is an important conversation.
They're making a reference to another TV series / movie.
Okay, so not a different Danganronpa game.
They're not talking about a class trial specifically.
Okay, I was trying to think of one. I was like, nothing's making sense.
I actually know the reference. I figured it out after a couple times.
Do I know the reference?
Do you know the show Firefly?
Nope. I mean,
Okay.
I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, it's in reference
all I
to
know
that.
about Firefly is that the internet is fucking pissed off that it was canceled, and they will not shut the fuck up about it.
And then they had the one-time movie afterwards as like a compromise or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't enough, apparently.
Nope.
I don't know.
But that's it.
People would be like, oh yeah, it's good, you should watch it. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch something that I know never finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yup. So, we all agree that the culprit knew about Kaede and Shuichi's trap, right?
I don't.
No shit. That's why they're not in any of the pictures. So who is it?
So whoever knew about the hidden cameras is the culprit.
So who the hell is it?
It's you!
What?
What?
You made the cameras used for the trap, right?
Right.
Obviously, whoever made the cameras knew about the blind spots.
But she didn't know where they were.
Someone would be able to sneak by.
She didn't know where we were gonna put them.
What the hell brought this on all of a sudden? I just designed the cameras. I didn't know they'd get set up in the library.
If someone asked me to make cameras, I'd totally ask what they were for.
How come you never asked what the cameras were for? Huh? Huh?
Well, she did.
I pulled an all-nighter making them, and afterward just sort of passed out.
You're getting awfully worked up. Look at you. You're sweating.
I'm always wet. I'm just feeling extra sensitive, like these big boobs of mine.
Okay.
For someone so aggressive, you're kind of a wimp, huh, Mew?
Thank you, Samugi.
Come on, let me off the hook already. Do you want money? Is that it? Your pathetic excuses are consistent with those of a common male criminal.
Thank you for your riveting little bit of information there, Tenko. You're such a great character. I fucking know. Everyone's starting to suspect Mew, but is that really okay? No, we should be suspecting the big giant next to me is gonna punch my lights out.
Oh God. Oh, we are next to him.
Yeah.
From here on out, blue-colored weak spots will appear. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue points, then these blue-colored weak spots will be called agree points.
Good, I like this system.
When shooting agree points with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their statement, they will complement each other, resulting in a consent. From now on, you must infer whether it is best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. You can also V-consent, so if you're confident, give that a shot. Thank you for your time. Respectfully, System.
3 games in, we finally get a canon name for the tutorial voice.
No, Tutorial John, why are you named System?
I mean, maybe it's System Tutorial or Tutorial System. I don't fucking know.
Yes. Also,
wait,
makes
actually,
it sound
Tutorial System makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be disoriented as fuck with the podiums moving like that.
Right.
Why don't you just admit it already?
Oh, watch this then.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
Oh.
No way!
Whoa!
That's not possible!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
I'm telling you, I had no idea. Not like it matters. Because I never went to the library, okay?
That was
The
weird.
person who made the cameras would have known their blind spots too.
Yeah, well, I didn't make the cameras either.
Mew's so shaken up that she's starting to dig herself deeper with her own lies. I need to take her side. Rushing to judgment will only make things
Why
worse.
don't you just admit it already? You're the culprit.
Oops. God damn it.
How do you scroll then?
Huh. Right click and hold? Ooh. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
gross. That was during the announcement. I don't think that... actually... That might work. What were the other ones? Card reader dust, moving bookcase. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes any sense. I'm pressing escape. Let me return, damn it.
Aren't you, Mew?
No way!
So you knew nothing about the trap in the library?
Matters. I went to the library, okay?
Yeah.
The person who made the cameras
What?
Oh,
I heard that.
I think I was doing the wrong button.
blind spots too.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not what I want. God damn it. Fucking...
Ready.
You're the culprit, aren't you, Mew?
So you knew nothing about
The trap in the library?
I had no idea. Matters. 'Cause I went to the library, okay? I agree with that.
Consent.
I don't think Mew went to the basement either. Right, Q?
Of course she didn't. Mew was in the dining hall during the murder.
His
It's like,
tone.
of course she didn't, you fucking idiot. Love that.
I saw her there while dining on what I thought would be my last supper.
The pasta on the menu tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake. Don't feel bad for her. She got to eat her tasty grandkid on his birthday.
That's too sad to make sense.
That's Pops for you.
So there you have it. Mew's alibi.
You fucking slug! Why didn't you say so earlier? Good job, Kaede. Guess I shouldn't have judged you by your lackluster rack.
What Gilgamesh level condescension? But which Grail war are you from?
And which Gilgamesh are you referencing? There's a lot of fucking Gilgameshes.
Oh no.
Wow, another reference we don't get. You must be a hardcore loser.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes my hobbies just sort of slip in.
Yeah, the Gilgamesh I know doesn't have anything to do with the Grail War.
Oh.
Hey,
So I don't know what
all cocky, Kokichi.
they're referencing
You
specifically.
put my ass in the hot seat earlier.
Fair enough.
How about you just keep your fucking mouth shut, you lying little abortion?
What? That was really uncalled for. I only said that to find the culprit.
Yeah, the two of you and your crocodile tears.
Right there.
You're so mean!
It is really funny seeing some of these and thinking like, where did this came from for you, Hiko's mouth?
I had two thoughts here. I was like, one, we're really missing Hiyoko in this scene. Two, man, this VA had some fun.
Hey, I feel a lot better now.
Cool your jets, kid.
Tsumugi and Kirumi were both in the dining hall as well.
We can dismiss those four as potential culprits if they were together the entire time.
No, not the entire time. At one point, Tsumugi went to the restroom.
Half my attention is on paying attention, and the other half is like, okay, but what are you? It's like the voice.
For everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, so you brought that up after all. It's true. I went to the restroom closest to the dining hall.
Oh? Did I hear that right? The restroom, you say? Excellent! I was waiting for this moment. I'm getting so excited right now!
What?
Ew! Why?
Ah!
Yep.
Did you take a firm dump? Or was it a soft one?
Oh god.
Why are you assuming she was dropping a deuce in there?
But I really did just go to the restroom, not the basement, you know? Also, I don't think I was there long enough to be suspicious, right?
You're the ultimate cosplayer, though. You could have just disguised yourself as someone else while you were out.
Now we already discovered that can't be working.
Disguised?
Well, only we know that right now.
I don't do disguises.
I don't think that's possible, and I know the reason why.
The reason why Tsumugi couldn't have been in disguise is it's intense shoulder pain. It's a real bitch.
I get it.
Cause, God, yeah.
Tsumugi can only cosplay as fictional characters.
That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place.
It's fair.
Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable. It's so unforgivable that I break out in cospox if I even attempt it.
Okay.
Yeah, the cospox was pretty gross.
I see. If that's the case, then there's no way you could have been in disguise. Sorry about that, Tsumugi. I just thought it was something to check.
I mean, it's fair.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it at all.
Aw, Tsumugi is so nice. She's way better than Mew.
Well, fuck you too.
Back on topic. We now have alibis for the people in the dining hall. So we know that Kirumi, Tsumugi, Mew, and Kyo can't be the culprit.
Congratulations to the four of you. You can all leave now.
Huh? Can they?
So what about the swines who went to the basement? They're all suspicious, right?
Which of us went to the basement?
Well, when Shuichi and I were on lookout, we saw Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Himiko, Angie, and Rantaro. So 7 people in total.
So the culprit is among those 7?
Probably.
But of course.
I mean, there's still small chance of Kokichi, but probably.
Why are you laughing? That includes you too.
Excluding Rintaro, one of the 6 people who headed to the basement. That's okay, that's a little disorienting.
Yeah.
Is the mastermind of this killing game? The person who's making us endure all these terrible things?
Why not torture the truth out of them? It would be the quickest method.
Okay.
Wait, please,
No torture. My tolerance for pain is actually really, really low.
That's unfortunate for a martial artist.
You're
I'll
right.
tell you everything, anything. Just please don't hurt me. Please just tell us what happened.
If the culprit is among that group, then wouldn't Maki be the most suspicious?
Why? I mean, I thought so before, but
Definitely kill someone.
Stop being so stupid. The culprit could easily be anyone, like Kaito.
What are you talking about? There's no way I'm the culprit.
Jesus.
Who's the culprit? Who?
I'm gonna start calling those their despair faces.
Mm-hmm.
Gonta is gentleman. Gentlemen not hurt people.
It's not me either. Murder sounds like way too much work.
I believe that. I believe that a lot.
I have an alibi.
Talking to a Tua is not an
fuck's
alibi.
We need to calm down. If everyone talks all at once, then we can't discuss anything.
It's all right, Kaede. We just need to listen to everyone's statements.
Kaido, go away.
You can do this, right?
Listen to everyone's statements? That's right. I can pick out everyone's voices as they talk over each other. Oh no.
I only went because I was invited. Why don't you ask the shady guy who invited me?
What? You mean me? But I just said it wasn't me.
Don't thrust the blame onto me, you degenerate males, and you're thrusting. Ugh.
I'm not a bad girl, really. If you don't believe me, ask my mommy. Really? I have an alibi. I'm not the culprit.
Oh god.
Oh no! All three people are talking at once. Everyone is clamoring to prove their innocence. There's a panic in the courtroom.
I feel like the words are something else there, but I'll let it slide.
You get what it's kind of a reference to.
Oh, I do.
You're just gonna ignore it.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. It's time. You will now be thrown into a mass panic debate.
Oh, goody.
During the mass panic debate, 3 debates will happen at the same time.
Fuck me.
But remain calm. It's just like a non-stop debate. You're just hearing triple the opinions. Simple, right?
Theoretically.
Aim at the conversation you really want to hear, and concentrate to listen more clearly.
Or I can just read the words.
Mm-hmm. Sort through everyone's opinions, find the lie or contradiction, and refute it. You can also use V-counter, so if you're confident, give that a shot. So, really quickly as well, just to let you know, because like it's going to be 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Remember that one of the skills, one of the 4-point skills, is that it automatically only will show you the one that your reticle is on. So that might help if after you see what this one's like.
Sorry to take up your time, and also for that other voice that wasn't me either. Thanks for being a sport about it.
Was that your boyfriend?
Who's that?
The other voice.
Oh, that was me butting in.
I know.
An alibi, a little bit suspicious.
I would never punch a
Cause
foe.
Atua wanted us all in the basement.
A true Aikido master
What?
would never do
Who's
something
that
so
talking about
dishonorable.
me? We're having a
Atua's not the
strategy meeting
person,
together.
Atua's gone.
God.
Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle of it.
Okay.
Robot like Kibo?
None of us there could have killed
No
him.
god, but Atua.
All the different voices are confusing me. The Kaido statement was suspicious, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be fine as long as I stay calm and listen for everyone's unique voice. Okay, now I'm just gonna look at only at the left now.
Suspicious.
I would never punch a foe.
What about the guy who wanted us all in the basement?
A true Aikido master
What?
would never do
Are
something
you
so
talking about
dishonorable.
me? We were having a strategy meeting together, remember? Rantaro's the only one who left in the middle of it.
Robot like Kibo?
None of us there could
Okay,
have
Maki,
killed
what was
him.
yours? Okay, yeah.
But Atua.
Rantaro's the
Robot
I hear
like
it.
Kibo?
Good work.
minute, Kaito. Wasn't there someone else who disappeared other than Rantaro?
There were 3 other people who disappeared.
Yeah, but 2 of them are each other's alibi, at least.
God. Gonta also left during the strategy meeting.
And nobody mentioned what Angie did, so I'm still sus on that.
Well, can you pull up the truth bullets again?
Up in the AV room and...
Because Maki's account does say.
Oh, I totally missed when she mentioned that then.
Right, because they
last
all
time
went
we were
together,
like, wait,
but
what happened to Angie?
because she
nobody
went
was
in, but
talking
she
about
never
it.
left. Yeah,
And apparently she didn't do anything helpful either.
she was just praying to one of the video game machines, saying that Atua had taken its form.
That's exactly what I said. She didn't do anything helpful.
Fair enough.
Hey, wait a sec! Idiot!
Yeah, Kaito. That's you.
Is that right, Gonta?
Yes, Gonta watched Bug Movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma.
Were you trying to imagine yourself as a huge mantis with swords for hands?
Oh, come on! How is looking at bugs supposed to put you in a fighting mood?
Well, apparently if it's Scyther, it's okay.
Like putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Heracross.
Well, he has blades for hands?
But Heracross is fighting type.
Also true. Okay.
Cause Gonta need focus. Everyone suspect Gonta. Why?
Because you don't have an alibi.
Oh, Gonta just need alibi? Okay, Gonta will get alibi. Just tell Gonta where to find it.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
This debate is going. This will be difficult to refute.
What will you do? Without an alibi, we'll all choose you.
Gonta, please understand that in order to reveal the truth, you must also participate.
But Gonta not sure where to start.
You just have to tell everyone why you couldn't have done it.
If you're not the culprit and we all vote for you, then we're dead too. Our lives are riding on your word. You got this.
Okay, Gonta will try, for everyone's sake.
Fight, Gonta! Fight! Fight! Fight!
Cut it out, you fucking bobblehead!
This debate is getting loud and heated. If I just focus on everyone's voice, then hopefully we can expose the mastermind.
Woo!
Gonta not culprit! Cause to leave AV room, Gonta must walk through game room where friends are. To even reach hallway.
If you can't get to the hallway, you can't go to the library.
AV room's got more than one entrance, though. There should have been a door facing the hallway, too.
The sliding door across from the rear entrance, correct?
With that sliding door, you can quickly go in and out of the library.
Well,
Then he got past the camera somehow and killed Rantaro. Well, that's settled. Let's go home.
Is not settled? Gonta not culprit!
Could Gonta have gone to the library from the AV room without anybody noticing? Could he really have done it?
Gonta not culprit!
I want to check and make sure which door this is talking about. Okay, that's what I thought. What else we got?
Cause to leave AV room,
Yeah.
Gonta must walk through game room where friends are.
That should be a thing I should be able to shoot there, but alright.
If you can't get to the hallway, you can't go to the library.
AV room's got more than one entrance, though. There should have been a door facing the hallway, too.
The sliding door across from the rear entrance, correct?
With that sliding door, you can quickly go in and out of the library.
Then
Just shot her right between the eyes.
somehow
Oh, no, that's not what I want.
killed Rantaro.
Escape?
Well, that's
Yeah, I was
settled. Let's
holding
go home.
control, you know, like in the
Is
old
not
games.
settled?
Oh no. They
Gonta
changed
not
things.
They changed things. And it bothers me. Like, why? Why did they change so many buttons?
AV room's got more than one entrance, though.
So, like, I get that the first thing is for PSP and this one is on Vita, but these are all on Steam now.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sliding door.
Fuck you.
Nice.
No, that's wrong.
Mini V's.
It's not possible to use the sliding door.
You saying I'm wrong? You got a lot of ass to be contradicting me.
Wait, was that a compliment?
Right?
Did you mean to say sass? I think you left out an S.
No, ass has only 2 S's. Come on, Tsumugi.
The sliding door always jams. You're only able to open it a crack. The only part of your body that would be able to go through is your arm.
And there was no indication of the door being forced. There was dust on the track.
In other words, the chance they came out the sliding door is 0.
I see. So, I made a mistake. How rare.
It's not that rare for you to make a mistake. Your entire existence is a mistake.
Wow.
You vicious little...
If Gonta couldn't use the sliding door, then in order to get to the library...
He'd have to go through the game room, but I didn't see him at all.
See? Gonta told you he not culprit.
No, we cannot confirm that just yet. My apologies, Gonta. I do not mean to put you on the spot like this, but because I promised to do my best, I will fulfill that responsibility. Are you saying Gonta could still be the culprit? There is the possibility that Gonta killed Rantaro from the AV room.
Yep.
From the AV room? How?
Oh-ho! I didn't know that was a possibility.
Not only could he have killed Rantaro from the AV room, but also he would not appear in any of the pictures from the cameras placed in the library.
Whoa! Perfect! But wait, then how did Gonta kill him? Well, it's obvious to this glamorous girl genius. But maybe explain for these dimwits.
Uh-huh. Sure.
First, I will explain the layouts of both the AV room and the library. The sliding door in the AV room faces the rear door of the library. Because of this, it is possible for Gonta to have killed Rantaro while he was in the AV room.
But how though?
Psychic powers.
Oh my
In
god.
order for the murder to
Sayaka's
take
not
place,
here.
The rear door of the library must be open.
But I am.
Wait a sec. Isn't that impossible? The AV room sliding door doesn't open, so you can't get into the hallway.
If you cannot enter the hallway, how would you open the rear door to the library?
Although you cannot fit your whole body through the sliding door, an arm would suffice. It would be possible if you used a particular item in the AV room.
A particular item in the AV room? Oh. I actually don't know what they're talking about. What the fuck was in the AV room that you could throw?
Don't think of it that way. It's not about actually throwing something. They're talking about making sure the library door is open.
What if you somehow connect the posters to make a pole that would reach the door? That would be wide and long enough, but it would not be durable enough. There's a far superior alternative in that room, though.
I see. I was thinking along those lines, but Kurumi has a point. Kaede, do you remember what caught our attention during the investigation?
Movies?
No. They embarrassed the door to opening by showing that really dirty movie.
Yes. Everyone's staring at me. They all think less of me now. Shouldn't have told them about the movies, I guess.
Do you want a hint?
Nothing is standing out to me.
Okay, that's not a TV.
I get it.
It might have been
Is
missing the
it
investigation.
the projector screen?
Yeah, we never investigated that.
It didn't. Oh, really?
I don't remember investigating it. No.
Oh, weird. I feel like it should have made us at least look at it.
That is
Strange.
correct. You can make a long pull if you roll up the screen.
Yeah, I never would have thought of rolling up the fucking screen.
But our
What the
ultimate
hell?
maid did.
It would be possible to reach the library door with it.
But she never went in there. She was in the library the whole time. What?
If you use the rolled up screen to reach the library's rear door,
That's a stretch. That's a major ass stretch.
Kurumi.
the screen itself is quite heavy, but that would not have been a problem for Gonta.
Yeah.
So I thought the door
problem
was
for
just
Gonta.
open. That Rantaro left it open. That's what I had thought.
Oh.
So honest. So if you open the library door, the camera would take your picture.
Actually, the camera wouldn't be triggered just by opening the door.
Shuichi and Kaede's pictures were like that as well. The shutter only went off once someone set foot into the room.
Okay, so it was possible to open the library door, but where does that get us? Gonta still couldn't have gotten from the AV room to the library.
Was he doing a Gunta impersonation there?
I see what you were
Gonta
doing.
did not enter the library. He killed Rantaro while he was still in the AV room.
If Gonta killed Rantaro in the library while he was still in the AV room, then...
So does that mean Gonta threw the shot put ball?
Wait! Wait, I say! Why would anyone do something so crazy like throw a... Wait! That's actually not crazy at all! Throwing a shot put ball is totally normal!
Yes, the act of throwing a shot put ball could lead one to use it as a weapon.
Even if a person couldn't fit through the space, a shot put ball certainly would.
Rentaro's body was across from the AV room sliding door as well. As long as the rear door of the library was open, he would have been able to pick the victim.
That's quite the distance, though.
True.
And that shot put ball was pretty heavy. Did you forget already? Gonta easily picked up the heavy manhole cover. It would definitely be feasible for him to throw a shot put ball at his target.
Yep, a walking, talking Roomba can't compare to a mighty beast like Gonta.
That Roomba remark is probably not about me, as I have a variety of custodial functions.
Okay.
Well, Gonta, can you throw a shot put ball from that distance?
Yes, probably.
Oh my god.
No.
You're too honest, Gonta. You're so cool, Gonta. You could be the ultimate shot putter.
Well, I've heard enough. Gonta's the culprit.
Wait! Gonta never hurt anyone! Not even insect! Gonta telling truth! Gentlemen never tell lies!
Well, there you have it. What do you guys think?
I would like to believe him, but without evidence, we cannot.
If everyone is wrong, we'll never find the mastermind. I can't let that happen. I need to do my best to guide everyone to the right answer. Alright.
So we agree.
Hold on. Let's see what these say before we agree with anything. Yep, that makes sense. We had Kibo and somebody else.
Kia.
Wow, that's fucking helpful. Thank you, Kibo. Oh. You said Kia was the other one?
Yeah.
Well, that's not helpful either.
There's one. I think there was one more bullet though too.
Gonta's the culprit.
Maybe bookcase. Why didn't I just hit? Oh, alright, I did. Yay. One of the bookcases on the far left. I'm making sure it's open. Alright, we'll just see what they're talking about, because I don't know.
Not culprit! Honest!
Typical degenerate male excuse.
Rantaro's corpse and the AV
Let's
room
stop.
door do line up with one another. There are no obstacles in the way.
Ah, I wondered about that.
Opened the back door of the library. One could throw a shot and strike true.
No way the average person could make that shot. But with superhuman strength like Gonta's, it's a different story.
Afterward, to close the back door to the library, he would have used the rolled-up projector screen again.
See? That's all there is to it.
Kokichi, you didn't help in any of that.
He did not. Is this what
Gonta's
we're...
just frozen in shock. No.
Is this what we're going with? No, this doesn't sound right. Actually, the situation at the library was different than what everyone remembers. Everyone's on the wrong track. I need to guide them to the right answer. If I don't, we'll never close the match.
So we
said
agree.
that
Gonta's
already.
the
AV room door do line up with one another.
Yes, next statement, please.
There are no obstacles.
About that.
No, that's wrong.
Woohoo!
It would have been impossible for Gonta to have thrown that shot from the AV room. Because there was an obstacle between Rantaro and Gonta. Obstacle?
The moving bookcase. When Rantaro was killed, it should have been open.
Yup, that's our evidence. The bookcase door was open when he was killed.
Whoa. I don't like how this looks. What am I... There wasn't a question. Oh, what proves the bookcase was open? Me? Pretty sure it was the door again, which seems weird. Oh, wait, no. Okay.
I get it.
Yay!
I mean, I was questioning this.
It's in this picture. Here,
You were.
Look. These two pictures were taken by the camera facing the moving bookcase.
I think me talking about it, though, might have been in between episodes. I don't think it was on camera.
Oh, shoot.
But, because, like, at the end of the last one, I was like, I was looking at the two photos, like, but wait, hold on. There's the door. I'm confused. Could it...
These
There's a
photos were taken
small
moments
space.
before Rantaro was killed.
Mm-hmm.
The bookcase door is completely open here, and then it closes automatically. So by the time we entered the library, the door had already closed itself. Before Rantaro was killed, the bookcase door was open. Even if Gonta did throw the shot, it would have hit the bookcase instead.
I see. Well, that pretty much shuts the book on that theory, then.
If that's true, then there's no possibility that Gonta is the culprit.
What? Why are you making this so complicated? Just be the culprit already.
Sorry.
I don't think you need to apologize.
Yeah, that's right. A man shouldn't apologize so easily.
I should be the one to apologize. I am sorry for accusing you, Gonta.
I mean, if you didn't, I was going to.
Good point.
No, going to understand. Cause we gotta find culprit.
Well said. For a degenerate male, you're actually pretty reasonable.
God.
That wasn't helpful.
I hate this sentimental crap.
Why's that? It's nice when everyone gets along like this.
This is getting along?
Are you stupid or something? I can't stand people having a good time.
Daddy is too evil to feel ashamed for being evil.
We could learn a lot from him.
Don't mind me. I'm not actually taking notes. I'm placing bets on racehorses.
Okay.
I'm jonesing for a leaf. I need a raccoon tail to chase my dragon.
Okay, Mario.
It's good that Gonta's in the clear, but don't break out the confetti just yet. We're out of suspects now. On top of that, we still don't even know how Rantaro died.
So we only know what the weapon is? How are we supposed to find the mastermind with that?
We know the murder weapon is the shot put ball. But where did the culprit get it?
I think it was from the warehouse. I saw track and field equipment there.
Then anyone would have been able to obtain it. We need more information. What's wrong, Shuichi?
Huh? It's nothing.
How do we find this darn culprit now?
The hell,
Hey,
Shuichi?
culprit! Quit hiding! Just be a man and fess up already!
We don't even know if they're a guy or not, though, right? Or if they're even human.
Are you referring to me?
This is getting along,
Don't worry,
Himiko.
you guys. We're one step closer to the truth, so don't give up. Try to remember what happened. We can find more clues left by the mastermind.
Clues? What kind of clues?
Yeah, Coyote, tell us, what kind of clues?
Like, if Rantaro was deceived by the mastermind and went to the library, maybe somebody saw Rantaro having a suspicious conversation with someone. It would be a good idea to figure out who knew about our trap. Either way, anything you guys remember might be able to help with the case.
Yes. But are you sure the culprit is also the mastermind?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. Why?
Then what Atua just told me about how the culprit entered the library is correct.
I'm sorry, what?
Excuse me.
Huh? I didn't hear anything. Oh, that's right. Only I can hear the voice of Atua.
God.
That friggin' face.
Then I will speak on Atua's behalf, as his prophet.
You're the ultimate cult leader, aren't you? That's like you're secretly the cult leader.
If the culprit is the mastermind, they could have entered the library while avoiding the cameras.
What?
Are you serious? There's a way to do that?
Super serious, brother.
This Atua sounds like a shady weirdo.
That too,
Yeah.
but
A way for the culprit to enter the library without being caught by the cameras. Is that really possible?
Atua says I should continue explaining on his behalf. Yeah-ha-ha-ha! Only Atua knows the truth behind this incident!
technically one of us knows too, though.
That's true.
One of us
Unless
did it.
it was an accidental death.
That's a good point. How do you accidentally shot put?
Hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
I did wonder about that.
Have hidden.
Inside the hidden door!
Nope, sorry.
So you're saying the culprit was lying in wait there?
If that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
The only ones who didn't go to the dining hall or basement are...
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
I knew the culprit was a male!
Yahaha! Behold Atua's divine
God.
logic!
That was
Not a
little
fan.
bright.
Yep.
I've never had to debate a god before. Well, you should play more JRPGs then. I can tell there's a contradiction, but I don't think Angie's noticed it yet.
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even... Inside...
The hidden door!
No, that's wrong.
All the V points. All the V counters.
The only one I missed was because the
Wait a
words
minute,
were
Angie.
stretching out at the
I
time.
don't think it was
So
possible
Yep,
to
you're
hide
right.
in the hidden door.
What? You dare challenge Atua?
Oh, wow, fucking dare.
I don't think the hidden door was ever used.
The dust is still there.
It looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here.
While investigating the mastermind, I placed dust on the card reader. If anyone swiped their card key, the dust would have fallen.
We already confirmed during the investigation that there was no dust on the floor. The bookcase hadn't been opened, so I doubt anyone was hiding in there.
The fog has lifted.
Here it is. Let's see if it's any better this time
Still
around.
got a ways to go.
Huh? What do you mean?
The culprit could have been in the library before the cameras were even set. You won't be able to prove anything with weak reasoning like that.
It seems you've been contradicted. When this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. What's a rebuttal showdown? For now, let's explain the controls. In this mode, you counter the other person's claim and argue against it. Move your truth blade with movements with the mouse and align it with your opponent's claims.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, you will be able to see the exact line of how you're slicing. And it'll be a lot easier to control.
Left-click to perform a regular cut in the direction the blade is pointing. Right-click to cut with the truth blade. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. In this mode, truth bullets would be called truth blades. Use regular cuts on your opponent's words, but when a weak spot appears, slash it with a truth blade strike. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's neat is, if you cut through multiple words at once, you'll get a time bonus. 2 at a time gets you 2 seconds, 3 is 3. The more you can cut down, the better. Watch the position of your opponent's claims closely and slice as many as you can. By doing that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. When the mood of the argument is in your favor, the debate will progress. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. And then you'll have to deal with loss of progress. If your opponent's arguments are even, a blade lock will occur. When that happens, left-click as fast as you can to push them off. Isn't slicing and dicing opinions with the truth sword the bee's knees? What? Not really? Well, you shouldn't knock it before you try it.
Oh, we tried it.
You can also agree, so if you blah 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 blah. Thank you for your time.
Okay, before we move on, I have to have a question.
Yes.
About the controls. So when I'm slicing, I need to hold down the left mouse button, and then it draws the path, and then I let go to actually do the cut. Because that's what makes sense to me.
I believe so. It's a
Okay.
tutorial time, so we can check it out. We can always check out the controls again real quick.
Even if we rule out the hidden door,
Oh, no. Okay, cool.
the
This is different.
library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras were placed, they could have been
Nice.
hiding there, you know? They took out Rantaro, then took off.
Okay,
But
okay.
if the culprit killed him and ran away, wouldn't they have been caught on camera?
And the words are spaced out better too, so you can actually hear them.
Killing Rantaro. Then, once everyone's gathered around the body,
I don't like that I can't go like all the way around.
like they just ran in.
It's
Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
Rejoin everyone. Hold on. Fuck! I pressed the wrong button.
it's okay.
Rejoin everyone. Starting to see holes in his argument, I guess. I didn't pay any attention to what my blades were, though.
Not if they went
Okay,
back
it was
into
Monica
hiding.
Mufasa Ranchhouse. Yep.
Right after killing
Oops. I
Rantaro.
pressed the wrong button.
Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
Okay, no. Oh, what? I had to...
That was the wrong bullet.
Oh, I thought it said I had cut it wrong.
Not if
No,
they went back
rear
into
rear
hiding.
Oh,
entrance photo
I
was-
had it on rear. Damn it.
Right after killing Rantaro. Then, once
I have
everyone's
to scroll
gathered
past
around
the one I
body,
wanted.
all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the
There
wiser.
we go.
I'll
Okay.
cut your words.
Okay, that is better than than in the previous game.
There you go.
The culprit met him inside the library? That doesn't seem possible.
I just wish I had like full omnidirectional control over the mouse and I can like cut from any angle. Because I can only get the half that's my side. That's
Well, because if you think about it, why could you go into their realm on their side to cut their words?
because it's just a mouse.
No, I meant. Never mind.
So it's like with the one where it was like the all diagonal from top right to bottom left. I wanted to go to the bottom left and cut up, but I couldn't do that because the word was on his side.
Let's
Well,
hear
because
it then.
you shoot across the whole screen still too, though.
Well, yeah,
or
but
slice
I had,
across.
But I wouldn't have hit all four if I didn't go up to the top right.
Right.
if you take a look at the 3 pictures from the camera we placed near the front door, this is when Shuichi and I met up with Kaito and Tenko, and then rushed in. This one shows the other 4 people running in after they heard Tenko scream. And finally, everyone else coming in after hearing the body discovery announcement. You can clearly see everyone entering the library in these pictures. It wouldn't make sense if there was someone hiding in the library the whole time.
Well, that does cover everyone now, doesn't it?
Yes.
I guess the one who still has a ways to go is me.
Don't worry about it. It's better to think about each possibility anyway. Right, Shuichi?
Shuichi?
Yes.
Is Shuichi okay? He's been really quiet. Is he worried about something?
So the real question is how the culprit entered and exited the library.
We cannot continue until we address that problem first.
It's quite the mystery. How did the killer avoid being caught by the cameras?
Almost like they were invisible. Oh, but it wasn't me. My magic can only make you half invisible.
Why am I becoming suspicious of Shuichi right now?
Your upper half, to be specific.
Why would you be?
Well,
It's kind of a half-baked invisibility spell, isn't it?
he knew how the cameras were positioned. He disappeared at one point. We know that he can turn off the receiver when he wants to.
But both doors to library had hidden cameras on them.
How about the vent in the library? Maybe they came in through there.
But Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom with the connecting vent.
The culprit waited until Kaede and Shuichi weren't looking, then turned invisible.
Himiko.
Himiko is really gung-ho about her invisible culprit theory.
Yeah, no. There's no way someone snuck into the library through the vent.
I don't know why, but I like that delivery.
That's right. We have evidence that proves that would have been impossible. And that evidence is me. But it's also the stacked books.
It's also the stacked books.
I get it. When I set the cameras, I also stacked some books in front of the vent. If someone did crawl in and out from the vent, the books would have collapsed. While we were investigating, they were still neatly stacked the way I placed them.
Maybe they put the books back when they left the room.
There is not enough time.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vent and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library? Maybe divine intervention?
Gonta no can
Okay.
think of any other way to enter.
Eureka! I know how the culprit got in the library. The front door!
Have you been paying attention? The camera would have taken their picture.
Not if the culprit timed their movements around the camera intervals.
Oh?
Huh? Intervals?
What is that?
Basically, the culprit knew about the cameras and their intervals. So they snuck into the library between camera shots to avoid appearing in the photos. I know. Beauty and brains. Why? It's just not fair.
Ah, but the personality is lacking.
Mew, what's this interval you're talking about?
And did Shuichi know about it?
Huh? Oh, now you're asking me. After the shutter snaps, the camera can't take a new photo for 30 seconds. Because I redesigned the cameras to auto-roll the film instead of having to do it manually.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you tell us from the start?
But I told your little beta boy toy after I gave you the remodeled cameras.
What?
Shuichi?
Oops.
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot to tell you.
How could you forget to tell me?
I didn't think it would affect the plan. I didn't realize it would matter. I guess I just forgot to mention it.
It seems like a pretty fucking
really
important
sorry.
detail.
Just maybe.
I forgot. What a pitiful excuse.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lie.
No, it's not a lie. He probably just forgot. There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
Yeah.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads.
Okay.
3 cameras that Kaidiot and Puichi placed go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed.
I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember the dining hall?
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals? Now, who was it again?
Shuichi.
Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi?
Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
Fess up already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Hey, Shuichi. What's gotten into you?
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the fifth now.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
No way. Shuichi can't be the culprit, even though a lot of things are making sense. Like, he disappeared for a bit. But there's definitely something wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe that Shuichi is the culprit. That's definitely not possible. Hey, looking good for him. Yeah, we want to save. But we are going to go ahead and end things there. And next time, we're picking up where we left off and finding out, Shuichi, did you do it? Because I got some thoughts.
Uh-oh.
See you all then. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.